Hi, Bobcat fans. We're here inside the halls of Hallsville ISD. This segment sponsored by Roofmasters and Bubba's 33 in Longview, Texas. Our guest today is Drew Frazier. Drew is a teacher of what class here at Hallsville High School?
I teach technical theater.
And how many years you been in education now,
This
Drew?
is my second year at Hallsville.
And going right into it, man, did you always want to be in education? Was that like a childhood dream, or how'd you get into education?
It's sort of funny because I started my college career as an education major and then changed my mind and started just focusing on technical theater with the intentions of going into the professional technical theater world. And then 3 or 4 years of that, and I decided that teaching was what I wanted to do.
Right.
So here I am.
So what is the difference in you say technical theater? Is there different kind of theaters? That I thought that was just all one theater.
There's what Miss Carr teaches, which is acting, right? And then I teach the lighting, the sound, scenery, makeup, all the things that's outside of that.
Okay. So you're directing the play.
I am Frying Pan, yeah.
Right.
Out of the Frying Pan, I am the director of that show this fall.
So and are you teaching the kids the technical part of the theater on top of that with being the director?
Right. So class time is typically used, like I'll use my technical students to build the set or paint or whatever it is that's needed for the show. And then as far as outside of class, like after school rehearsals, then I'm directing the actors on the performance itself.
Is it easier teaching the technical part, or is it easier getting them to act the way you want them to act?
It depends on the student, I'd say.
Huh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So are you a yeller of getting it?
You have the little megaphone is what I want to know.
Oh,
You
yeah.
scream, cut,
I have the
get off.
beret and the scarf and the director
Yes.
chair. Yeah. I sort of veer away from that. Sort of my own person. Everybody directs a little differently. So I'm not too harsh on them, but if they're not doing what they need to do, or if I've given them a note multiple times to fix this, then maybe I have to get on to them about something.
So in football, if they mess up, they get put on a bench.
Right.
Is that the same way in acting?
It's possible. In the theater world, you have what's called understudies, okay? And so you got two actors studying for the same part, and you have the principal who is that's the plan for them to go on stage. But if they're not memorizing their lines, or if an emergency happens, they're sick, or they got to go off to visit grandma or whatever, then the understudy steps in.
Have you ever had to, right in the middle of a practice or in the middle of, say, all right, you're done, you're understudy, it's your turn?
It has happened a couple of times, yes.
How did you deliver that little good news?
There's really no pleasant way to go about that.
You're terrible. Get off on
Sorry,
stage.
you just aren't cutting it. You gotta take the bench, just like in football.
Well, Mr. Frazier, how did you get in the passion of theater? I mean, is that something since you were a kid you enjoyed doing? How did this come about?
I think this is part of the reason why I'm teaching today, because my high school teacher inspired me to join theater, in a sense. I had those years of professional theater, and then it wasn't fulfilling me, and then I sort of looked back and said, well, what was it about my high school teacher that made me want to do this? And I think it was, okay, I'm doing theater, but I'm also inspiring students to continue that legacy as well.
So what is your coolest role growing up? What is the coolest thing you've ever done? I mean,
On stage, you mean?
yeah.
Ooh, I think one of my favorite shows was in college. It's called Metamorphoses, and it's based around Homer's Ovid, right? It's a Greek story, and it touches on like all the classic Greek mythologies. And so I played a couple characters. I played Phaeton, who is the son of Zeus, I believe, and then I played Hermes, right? And so it's just a lot of the classic Greek stories. It was a lot of fun.
When you said Homer, guy got excited because he thought you meant Homer Simpson,
Oh, I
and
see,
then you just
yeah.
went way left on him. No, and so
That's
real
not limited
quick,
range.
tell everybody when Out of the Frying Pan is, just so they know again. It's what dates, what time, where we're at, how do we get tickets?
So on the 21st and the 23rd, that's Thursday and Saturday of this weekend, you can come see the show at 7 p.m. Mm-hmm. On the 23rd, there's also a 2 p.m. matinee.
Okay.
And then the following weekend, on the 30th, there's a 6 p.m. show.
And they get tickets at the window.
You can buy them at the door, and there's posters all around the school with the QR code that will take you to an online website to reserve tickets if you'd like.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining us, Mr. Frazier. Thank y'all fans at home. We will see you next time.